Hi everybody, welcome back. It's episode number 188 if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 188. Got ourselves a lot to talk about as always. First things first, the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's playoff time in Cleveland. Who would have thunk it? Led by that man right at the center of your screen, Mr. Donovan Mitchell. 27.5 points per game, 4 threes per game, and 10.5 assists per game. These are playoff stats, by the way. This includes Game 1 and Game 2 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. Darius Garland, 24.5 points per game, 4 threes per game, and 4.5 turnovers per game. Karis LeVert, 13.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game. Jarrett Allen, 11.5 points per game, 12 rebounds per game, 3.5 assists per game. And Evan Mobley, also with 12 rebounds per game and 10.5 points per game. How about that game last night, folks? It's almost as if the Cavs had way too much fun. In fact, I think they did. Of course, we would talk about Game 2, but first we got to talk about Game 1, which was rather frustrating. The Cavs ultimately lost it 101-97. Donovan Mitchell had an incredible 38 points and 8 assists. Darius Garland, 17 points and 5 turnovers. And Jalen Brunson, 27 points for New York, 19 points, 10 rebounds for Julius Randle. How about Josh Hart off the bench? 17 points, 10 rebounds. The good old Cavaliers were leading after the in the middle of the fourth quarter, I should say, and the Knicks had 13 more rebounds. That was one of the things that was killing Cleveland out there, the fact that they couldn't get a rebound if their life depended on it. Game 2, the Cavs won it. That game right there last night, that was way too much fun for Cleveland. Darius Garland had 32 points and 7 assists. And Karis LeVert, 24 points off the bench. Donovan Mitchell, 17 points, 13 assists. Evan Mobley, 13 points, 13 rebounds. And Julius Randle for the Knicks, 22 points. Jalen Brunson, 20 points. A lot of physical play out there, to say the least. And the Knicks were controlling most of the first quarter. But the Cavs were up 29 at one point. That's right, 29. Darius was just sizzling. He had the hot hand, to say the least. That was really good to see. So now the Cavs are tied with the Knicks at 1 game apiece. Also, stuff that happened last night includes the fact that the Celtics beat the Hawks 119-106, and the Phoenix Suns took down the Los Angeles Clippers 123-109. Looking at what we got tonight. A triple header of playoffs. 2 games in the Western Conference, 1 game in the Eastern Conference. The Lakers will play the Grizzlies. The Lakers took game 1, to my surprise. And then Miami against Milwaukee. How about Miami? They took game 1 as well. Here's one of the physical plays out there, one of the fouls. Of course, Jarrett Allen said it was a hustle play. At least those were his words. But yeah, and then Minnesota playing Denver. Denver up 1-9. But looking at everything out here, looking at the bracket, it is if I can find it, Sacramento up 2-9. Draymond Green stepping on Domantas Sabonis, which was very dirty from a very mean player out there. But yeah. I'm looking at it. The Sixers up 2-0 on the, who do you call them, Brooklyn Nets, 96-84 victory a few nights ago. So every game is gone. Every series has gone to 2 games so far, except for Grizzlies, Lakers, Nuggets, T-Wolves, and Bucks Heat. That is how it's been so far. It's been a lot of fun, to say the least. Hopefully the Cavs will continue to pick up the momentum. That would be really nice. Let's look at the Cleveland Guardians because we can. Player stats. Why not look at Miles Straw right there from last year, actually 2 years ago, because that says Indians rather than Guardians, and it's a different C. I apologize for not updating it. But Miles Straw, 18 hits, 315 average, 774 OPS. He's good at what he does, in case you don't know. And he's hitting now. Miles Straw is hitting. Last year, that was one of his big weaknesses, and now he's starting to pick it up hitting-wise. He is tied for second for hits with 18 with Stephen Kwan, who has 18 hits, of course, 10 RBIs, and 1 3-bagger. Andres Jimenez and Jose Ramirez have 19 hits each. And however, Andres Jimenez has 5 doubles. Jose Ramirez has 6. Andres has 5 RBIs. Jose has 1 triple. And then Josh Bell has 6 doubles, 1 home run, and 8 RBIs. Josh Bell really starting to pick it up, isn't he? Time for the series recaps. First off, the Guardians at our nation's capital to play those Washington Nationals. And the Cleveland Guardians won 2 of the 3 games. So close to sweeping them. But Jose, 2 walks in game 1. Will Brennan, 2 hits in game 1. Josh Bell hit a home run in game 1. So there was that. Jose Ramirez had a 2-run bomb in game 2. Miles Straw had 2 RBIs in game 2. We're telling you, Miles Straw is really heating up out there. It's fun to watch. Stephen Kwan had 2 RBI singles, I believe, in game 3. And Luis Garcia hit a 2-run bomb in game 3 in the bottom of the 7th inning. And then, of course, there was the comeback by the Nationals, which was frustrating to see, but oh well. At least they won 2 of the 3 games, at least. Zach Plesac in that game right there really struggled, to say the least. And he was really lucky to see that his Guardians were able to pick up the win nonetheless. And then, of course, there was a doubleheader yesterday, considering the fact that there was a rain delay back on Monday. Guardians played the Tigers. Guardians dropped both sets of the twin bill. And Oscar Gonzalez hit a 2-run bomb in game 1. Josh Bell, an RBI double in game 1. But Kerry Carpenter hit a walk-off home run in game 1, where about 200 people showed up. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say 200 people, 200 Detroit Tiger fans were very happy to see the Tigers walk it off, because literally nobody was at the doubleheader last night. It was depressing. My goodness, that was super sad, was it? But yeah, that's just how it is, I guess. And then the next game was as you see, Jose Ramirez club one out to right for a home run. Hold on, we'll get to the next game in a second, which was a tough 1-0 drop for the Guardians. Eduardo Rodriguez, 8 shutout innings, 4 hits, 10 strikeouts. That's impressive. And Guardians only had 4 hits in game 2. And game 2 lasted 1 hour, 57 minutes. That is something that the MLB has really been getting into lately. Pace of play, trying to get the game to go much faster than before. Let's look at the standings, shall we? Guardians have dropped the last 3 games. But hey, the Twins have also dropped the last 3 games. So despite staying at a 9-9 record, which it's way too early to overreact, and you know the Guardians are going to get on fire soon. You know that for a fact. They are only 1.5 out of the division. However, if the Tigers win today against the Guardians, they will both be tied for second place in the, American League Central. And you can't sleep on the White Sox either. They have the convenience store record, 7-11. They are 3.5 out of the Twins for the division lead. But don't worry, folks. The Cleveland Guardians will win the division. I will assure you that. Sorry for that, folks. Trying to see the attendance as there's James Karinchak getting all hyped up. Just always hyped up, isn't he? I saw him when they played, who do you call him? New York, and he was hyped up for that as well. Excuse me for that, folks. But yeah, it's not saying anything on Baseball Reference for Guardians-Tigers attendance. Maybe if they say on... Okay, so the paid attendance was 10,099 people. Yeah, it looked like 200 of them showed up. I am honest to gosh serious. It was really depressing. Someone commented that you could have found more people in the ballpark during the COVID season. Technically, with the MLB postseason, considering the fact that they were selling like 15,000, 10,000 tickets for that game in Texas, yeah, you could have found more people there for the COVID World Series. All right, so we have how many days left till high school football? Let me check. Days until August 18th, 2023. 121 days to go. My goodness. That is hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen. That is hard to believe. And 3 weeks from now, it'll be exactly 100 days till it's time to play high school football. I cannot wait for Highland Heights. I cannot wait to do my predictions either. I just think it's going to be a really good one. Good season, to say the least. We'll see who comes out on top and who will win the state championships. Keep in mind there are 7 divisions in the OHSAA Division 1, 2, where the good guys, the Highland Hornets, are. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, if you can do math, you pretty much knew that. But yeah, I mean, just about every other sport there are 4 divisions. But yeah, there is that. In high school football, there's 7. So, folks, that's all the time we have left on Tommy Maroon Sports Show. Be sure to subscribe to WHBW and follow us at WHBW Sports, where we will update you about upcoming Highland and Baldwin Wallace stuff. Until then, I'm Tommy Maroon. I hope to see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.